4th of September. This Western Cape Choral Music Association will be celebrating its exciting and diverse lineup at the Artscape Theatre. The concert will feature 3 separate categories, namely developing, senior and premier choirs, which will be performing a selection of classical and African arranged masterpieces. For more, we are joined by Makwetu, the event coordinator. Makwetu, thank you very much for joining us from our Cape Town studios. For people that are hearing about this Eisteddfod for the very first time, can you give us a little bit of a background to how it came about?
Hello Sam, and thank you very much for having me. The Western Cape Choral Music Association, Eisteddfod, was established many years ago, in 1993, and it's been there for quite a number of years, but it's gotten better through the years. It's the highlight of the WeCCMA program for the year, and also in this Eisteddfod, there are choirs that have held national championships in the National Choir Festival, the likes of UWC Creative Arts Choir, Joyful Harmonies, Simon Estes. They will all be competing with one another, fighting for the championship in this competition. And it's quite exciting because it's quite a diverse competition, because we include music from the likes of Handel, Haydn, and we take it straight back to South Africa, where we get local composers who are part of the community within Cape Town.
You know, a lot of people think that this could be just a very placid way to spend a day, but it is quite a competition, isn't it?
It is. And like I said, some of the giants are in this competition, not only the giants in the Western Cape, but the giants in the actual country. So it's going to be fireworks.
Makwetu, in terms of the growth of choral music in that part of the world, I'm familiar with the scene here in Johannesburg, but how has it grown in the Western Cape?
Like when we started office as the executive of the WeCCMA about 4 years ago, we had 12 choirs. I can say to you right now, we'll have 20 choirs on stage this coming Sunday. So the growth has grown immensely. And also, we have choirs right from the Southern Cape, in the likes of George and Mossel Bay, right up to the Cape Peninsula, which is right here in Cape Town. So it's grown immensely, it's grown tremendously.
And from the perspective of the categories that have been separated into developing, senior and premier, how tough is the competitions in those 3 categories?
Now, the development choirs are the choirs that have not been there for too long. Now, we can't really put them together with like the likes of the national champions. Yeah. So you will get all the national champions right there fighting in the premier section, which is the higher section. And then the development choirs are all the new choirs that we get into the actual organization, and also into the Eisteddfod. And we get them, and from there they will move to senior. From there, depending on their growth, will move to premier. So that's basically the level of the choirs.
You talked about 4 years ago when you started the organization. This year there's about 20 choirs that will be competing. What is the active work that's been happening on the ground to grow not only choirs but choral music? So
every year in our program we've got choral workshops that we hold in the likes of Stellenbosch. We hold with very good professors like Professor Kamal Khan, where he gives workshops to the choirs to show them how to approach the music. So every year, like this year, we had a very good musician come down to Cape Town and actually give a beautiful workshop on how to approach music. So every year, we have at least 3 workshops which deal specifically on how to make a good choir, create beautiful music, and also to maintain choirs administratively, not only musically.
Okay, so we're going to leave it there, but thank you very much for joining us from our Cape Town studio. It's Makwetu. He's the event coordinator of the Choral Music Eisteddfod. Tickets are available from CompuTicket or at Artscape. For more information about the productions, you can visit their website. It's www.artscape.co.za. We take an ad break. Don't get it.